Hi guys, I just wanted to talk briefly on my morning sort of exercise schedule, my gentle workout every morning. Because although I'm generally pretty okay these days, I function pretty normal from day to day, I still have to be careful. And if I do overdo things, sometimes I can have sort of mini crash or be a little bit fatigued for a couple of days. So I still have to be careful, but generally with the exercise routine I do every morning, I'm pretty much okay. So I just wanted to go through this with you. For those of you who have mild to moderate symptoms or who are sort of at that stage of recovery where you're feeling better, but you don't want to be overdoing it. So generally, my routine is after I've got up and had a shower, I do a short yoga routine, and I use an app called Down Dog. Now the reason I like Down Dog is because you can set each session to the level there are 5 different levels, going from there's beginner 1, beginner 2, intermediate 1, intermediate 2, and then advanced. So if you're new to yoga, beginner, you can start with beginner 1, which are the sort of easier poses, obviously. But you can also set it to how long you want your session to be, starting with as low as 4 minutes. That's usually the lowest one. You can also set it to the type of yoga you want to do. So there's lots of different types of yoga. There's restorative, there's yin yoga, there's ashtanga. Now I would definitely recommend for anybody starting off who needs to be very, very careful, is to either do restorative yoga or yin yoga. I sometimes do the sort of slightly more difficult ones, maybe about once or twice a week. And gentle yoga, there is one called gentle yoga, which is fine too, but the sessions for the gentle yoga tend to be longer. But the restorative and yin yogas are mainly on the floor, so you're not sort of being too active, like going into sort of long stretches of your warrior poses, now that kind of thing. So definitely start off with the restorative yoga. And another thing you can do with Down Dog is there's another setting where for each session you can say what part of your body you want to work on. So that can be lower back, it could be chest and shoulders, feet and ankles, abs and quads, etc. So that's why I like it. You can basically design your own session, and then you can also have music in the background if you want, or not, and you can choose the voice you want, etc. It's brilliant. So that's what I do every morning with Down Dog. Fairly short session usually. And then it's very, very important to also put into your session a few minutes of Shavasana at the end, which is basically just lying down. So, for those of us with chronic fatigue, resting after any exercise is always important. And any yoga teacher will tell you that it's always important to end any yoga session with Shavasana. So it's just lying down and completely relaxing. And you can put that into your yoga session on Down Dog and put in how many minutes of Shavasana you want to do. And then when I've done that, I always then follow up my yoga session with a few minutes of meditation. And again, Down Dog also have a meditation app, which is pretty good. And you can either have sort of little guided thoughts for the day in your session or not. That's music in the background or not, whatever you want. So that's what I like about these apps, is that you can kind of design them. So yeah, I do love my meditation sessions, and it's not really good to do that after yoga. In fact, basically, you know, in ancient times, yoga was designed to be a preparation for meditation. So after that, basically the next thing I do after I've got dressed properly is to take the dog for a walk. Again, depending on how I'm feeling. Also, if I've been fatigued for a few days beforehand, I will keep the walk short. I'm always really, really careful. If I've been a bit fatigued, I'm very careful until I feel properly recovered. Then I might start just increasing the time of my walks and making sure that I'm not sort of slipping back again. But on, you know, quite a lot of the time I'm doing, you know, I can do a 20-minute walk without any problems. But if I've slipped back at all, occasionally, which is more rare now than it used to be, I will do a much shorter walk. And, you know, my dog's happy with that, I think. And that's it, really. That is my exercise programme. I keep it very much to the morning, and then I'm into my working day, you know, doing my client work with genealogy, writing, or doing these videos, which, you know, does take some energy, so I have to be careful with that too. But generally, it's a good idea to keep any exercise program right to the beginning of the day, so that if you need to, if you feel maybe you've done a bit too much, then it's really important to rest a bit during the day. You know, just lie down until you feel a bit better. And certainly don't do any exercise late in the day, certainly not late at night, because I certainly find anyway that if I do any exercise late at night, even the exercise that's supposed to sort of relax you, it can overstimulate the muscles, and I end up with fibromyalgia when I'm trying to get to sleep. So I wouldn't recommend any exercise late at night. Keep it to the morning, and then you can rest up if you need to. So that's my exercise routine. Obviously, you need to do what's right for your body, but I do recommend yoga and short walks. Cheers for now.